What is up, guys? Angel of Mercy here again, ready to bring you episode 4 of our SWTOR Let's Play with Agent Jack's Flowers. When we left off, we had been assigned to terminate Carol's Javis, and being the stone-cold Agent 47 assassin that we are about to go over and do that. And good for us, he happens to be right here in the building. So we're going to go over, we're going to slice this computer here. Apparently extremely slowly, but you know, slicing's not an easy thing. Alright, so we're going to head through in here. And it looks like we've got some bodyguards to take out, but they won't be an issue. And if you guys recall in the last video, we got to level 10, or actually as far as level 11, as you can see, which means we picked up this nifty little ability called Explosive Probe, which is the first of our combat proficiency abilities. This guy's apparently not happy we're here. Appropriate response. We'll just be direct with him.
End of the road, Carols.
You think you're the first piece of scum who's tried to kill me?
I'm the only one that's going to succeed, fool. That's good for you. No, you can't. You really can't. I'm the player character, Carols. I have plot armor. You can't handle me. So we'll just drop explosive probe on him, get him sniped, cutting down his health pretty good. Throw a fire blade into his chest. Get him down with a. Finish him with the takedown. And that is Carol's Javis eliminated. It's our first, well, is that our first assassination? I mean, we've killed random thugs, but is that our first, like, assigned assassination? That's pretty cool if it is. Alright, so now we can go back and tell Tothajin that the Republic killed Carol's Javis. Because it was obviously the Republic. I mean, come on, guys. It was Republic Tech that sliced that door. It was totally the Republic that shot your dude. I was totally innocent. I found him there. I found him. Here's Mr. Tothajin. Go and speak to him. It wasn't Father. It was the Republic, or maybe it was Father working for the Republic. That's right. That's right. Many bodies, yes. Many bodies. There were 4 at most. I wonder if Hut definition of think is go and drink a lot and eat a lot and stuff. Maybe that's how Huts think.
Yeah, it's great seeing you too.
A little bit of humor there. Yeah, well, too bad. Yeah, they were the attacks that doomed him. You better respect my talents. I could kill you right now.
Oh, you're too kind, Tothajin, really.
Agent Flowers getting a little bit sassy. We can't let Kaleo have all the sassiness in this Let's Play. Agent Flowers will put a little sassy on. Yep, Republic. It was the Republic, dude. They did it. It was totally the Republic. Republic strength. Don't make me laugh.
I think I liked working with Carols better.
I really did. But I kind of liked Carols. You know, but I'm a stone cold assassin. They told me to shoot him in the face, so I shot him in the face. It's personal, or it's business. It's not personal. I didn't dislike the guy, you know. But I have no emotions, so what does that really mean? Why is this person standing on the bar? They're standing on the bar. It seems rather unsanitary to me. Dude, I cracked too many skulls in the rust yards for you to even touch. I shot so many people over there. They should make me a lieutenant.
Where you've been hiding. Nice. Is the blood
hiding? The door isn't even open. Or the door isn't even closed. What should we do? Should we, Let's be cold here. Let's be a little bit cold and
You're
vague.
glad to see me?
Not
You've
really.
been all over town, racking up quite a body count.
Don't make me
And
blush.
I know what you did to Carol's.
Oh, good for you. Maybe I should shoot you too. Instead, I'll just walk over and turn on this holo communicator and show you my boss.
You're after something bigger than Emerald.
Indeed.
I'm not sure what, and I'm not sure why, but I want in on it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm an ambitious girl, and all I'm asking for is my cut.
I don't owe you anything. I could literally shoot you right now with this pistol I have that I apparently only use in cutscenes.
What's this now?
We know who you are, Kaleo Janus, and we are willing to offer you
I thought it was DeJanis
I am Keeper.
before I knew that whole thing of D being silent.
As does my operative. We are aware of your activities on Rat Attack, Ord Mantell, and Brentop.
I wonder if she's doing on Ord Mantell.
Affiliations. Your skills could prove useful, and we are willing to offer you a place in our ranks. You would become a very well-paid servant of the Empire.
That's something, well, it's on my mind. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but if you were paying attention, you would have seen in some of that dialogue that there was a response that said flirt, and that's basically, it is exactly what it means. You flirt with the person. If you've never played this game before, your character can actually romance your companions, which is another thing that I've only found in SWTOR. Like, SWTOR is one of the only games I found that even has like this detailed of a companion system in general. But the other thing is that you can literally romance your companions. So, like, since I'm a male agent, I can romance Kaleo because she's my companion. And so that's something that I'll leave up to you guys. If you want to see a little bit of romance blossom between the Stone Cold Assassin and the Anarchist, or maybe some other option that may come along, just let me know in the comments what you want to see.
Once you reach the archives, use this computer spike on the holodisk. It will be altered to show Farthra meeting with Republic officers.
That's some pretty dramatic alteration there. I mean, even if you do have Photoshop.
I could use a break from the tough jobs.
Yep, trivial task. I'll just go in and shoot everybody.
Enemies are allied with the Galactic Republic, have no doubt. He will turn to us for help.
Of course he will.
We are in the end game.
Checkmate.
Leo will accompany you on this mission and will act under your command.
That's right. You're under my command.
Last time I went to Farthra's palace, I had so many adrenals in my system I was coming down for a week.
Wow. You mean you were high? Like crazy high? That's a brilliant way to go into a place where you might just get yourself shot.
Make me look good.
Ooh, look at this. We got a new sniper rifle, and we can choose a customization for Kaleo here. This one has a lot of metal on her face. Like, I'm not sure what to think of that. This one has a lot of tattoos. I'm not sure about that one. Actually, I don't think I've ever had this customization for Kaleo. I've used the other two, but I don't think I've ever used this one. We're gonna do this one. So we'll do this and switch to companions. In the old days of SWTOR, you could give your companions gear and it would increase their stats. And they do better or worse, depending on what gear they were wearing. But they kind of took that out recently. Well, maybe not recently. I don't know if it was this year, maybe last. I don't remember exactly when they did it. But they basically disabled that whole system. So now companions, it's based on your influence with the companion, how well they do in combat. So having a high influence, like doing things they like and giving them gifts and that kind of thing, that increases their combat prowess versus putting gear on them, which, when I think about it, I kind of like that they did that, because keeping your companions geared was extremely difficult. Because, there would be missions that would give you companion gear, but, you had to have your main companion, the one that you would get the gear for. And you couldn't really switch companions, because, you had the one that you would gear, everyone. And for the majority of players, that was the healing companion. So the companion who would heal you. Because back then also, companions only had let's talk to this guy. companions, they'd only have like one ability they could do. Like they were either a tank, a heal, or a damage. You know, they couldn't be anything else. So like half the time, in order to level effectively,
Appearances can be deceiving.
you would have in order to like be good at leveling, you would have to give all the gear to your healing companion. And unfortunately, some of the missions for the classes, they would disable your most used companion or one of your companions. So if that companion happened to be your healer or your most geared companion, you were pretty much SOL, because you'd then have to get your other companion. You'd have to use a companion you wouldn't use very much, and you know, everything.
Oh, that crazy Hutt. He's such a prankster.
A double crosser, more like. It was
That's so it
told Dorn about the treasure. Regular.
but yeah.
What's done? I expect.
So but nowadays companions can
In that case, I'm in.
they can be anyone. So you can set them as either a healer, damage, or tank. And that means that you can pick a character that you like as a character, not just because of their abilities.
Lock and load, sir.
Quit your sass. I don't appreciate that. But so see, take Kaleo here, for example. In the early stages, Kaleo was a tank, so she would have tank abilities, and that meant that you'd use her a lot for like the beginning stages as an agent, because you know she was your only companion. But then once you got your healer companion, which I don't remember which one that was now that I think about it. I'm not sure when you get your healer for the agent, or when you would get your healer. I'm sorry. You know, once you got your healer, you'd stop using Kaleo because she was useless. Because, you know, especially if you're playing a damage-dealing PC that can't heal themselves, you know, you basically were depending on her ability to take damage and your ability to do her ability to take damage, your ability to do damage, and you know, it took a lot more skill. It was part of the decrease of required skill, I suppose, to play this game. It used to require a lot more like leveling and stuff since they changed it. But so anyway, Kaleo used to be a tank. So you would only really use her if you needed a tank companion, which was pretty much the only people who need a tank companion are PCs who were leveling as healers. But now, you know, you can set her as a damage or healing or whatever you want to set her as, so you know you can use her for whatever you want to set her as. I set her as a tank because I'm a agent, which means or a sniper because I want her to keep damage off of me. So you know that's one use for a tank companion. But you know, in some other classes, like you'd be stuck using your healer companion even if you didn't particularly like the healing companion. And you know, if you wanted to level up your influence or whatever with another companion, say for a romance, you would have to give them a buttload of gifts to make up for all the conversations they weren't participating in that you could gain influence in, or it was called affection back then, that you could gain affection with. So in the new system, however, you know, you can just pick the companion you like that you want to level with, set them to the one that you want, and then you also don't have to worry about gearing them. So you know, it's a lot easier, simpler, I suppose, than it used to be. I can't wear those. Let's take these credits. Let's put an explosive probe on this guy. Snipe. Wow, that was quite a hit there. In some of the old sniper, before they made some changes to the ability system, they used to get explosive probe and ambush, which is like a very, very powerful snipe. It's in the marksmanship route here, ambush. But it used to be given to all snipers. So like you could drop an explosive probe on someone and then hit them with your highest power snipe, and it could take a mob down with like one hit. Like it was some serious damage. So we'll just run around and shoot some of these commandos and stuff. Take this guy. Kind of mixed up my combo pattern there. I'm not sure who stole whose kill there. I kind of wanted to kill that guy. The other person stole it from me. Shame on them. We'll come up here, unload on these fools with our badass sniper rifle. Snipers were always one of my favorite classes for PvP, simply because of just how much damage they could do and how much range they had. Like, if you maxed it out, snipers have the longest range of any class in the game, and they're only matched partially by sorcerers and sages. Which, you know, sorcs and sages can also do a lot of damage. Shoot out this camera. We don't want anyone spotting us. Or disable it, I guess, even though I'm pretty sure shooting would be faster. Anywho, so sorcs and sages, they can also do a lot of damage from range, but pretty much if you have a fight at range, anybody against a sniper, if the sniper's good, he's most likely going to win it, simply because of just how much sheer damage they can do at range. Now, up close and personal, sniper do not want to be there. Just like a real life sniper doesn't want to be up close and personal. That's that's the operative's job. But, you know, if you manage to keep out of range, snipers are a very, very potent class in PvP. I've got some of my highest damage and kill numbers using a sniper. I'd say that besides the sniper, the classes that are probably the worst to face in PvP are, well, obviously sorcs and sages, because they have a lot of damage, and they can also... They're also extreme, like they have a lot of defensive cooldowns and self-heals, so they can be pretty sufficiently tough to take down, you know, unless you're good or you out-level them. Vanguards and power techs are also kind of a pain to fight, because, you know, usually good power techs will run all over the place and jump around you. I think it's called kiting. I never really played enough PvP to really get the hang of that. And then operatives do that too, the kiting thing, you know, running and jumping all around you. So operatives and scoundrels are pretty frustrating to fight. Vanguards are frustrating. Sorcs and sages are frustrating. And then snipers and gunslingers, which is the Republic version of the sniper, they're also pretty frustrating to fight. And then Marauders and Sentinels, the two Saber Jedi, those are very annoying to fight, because they just, the sheer amount of damage they can put out, but that's because, you know, they're damage-wielding class. I've seen Juggernauts and Guardians, the more tankier class. You can do a lot with them in PvP, but, you know, if I was going to go into PvP as a damage, with a focus on damage dealing, I definitely want a different class, because, you know, yeah, they can do a whole lot of damage, but I just prefer other classes to damage dealing. Like, I'm very much of a ranged combat sort of guy. Sorry, I'm skipping out of habit. But I prefer a lot of the more ranged classes in this game. The sniper, the gunslinger, the commando, the mercenary. You know, I prefer the range to up close and personal, but I've been able to do some pretty good things with Juggernauts and Guardians before.
You only bet on a sure thing.
Kaleo's so sassy.
If you're with Fothra, you're dead. Simple as that.
Stone cold. You know, I sometimes feel bad for NPCs in games like this, because, you know, it's like, this guy probably, if we were in, like, the lore of game, may have been, like, a really good fighter, like, you know, a really good fighter, and then you just kill him almost without a second thought, and I almost feel bad for them. Like, you get, like, these soldiers that have been, like, elite soldiers for years, they've battled everything, and then, but you know they're never going to win, because even if they kill you the first time, which is extremely rare nowadays, but even if they kill you the first time, you're just going to respawn and come back and kill them again. Like, they'll never win, and I almost feel bad for them because of that.
I don't need your advice.
I just thought you might appreciate the warning. If that disc really names all of Fothra's business partners, it probably identifies half the people in Jaguna. Merchants, gangsters, debtors, the usual scum. When Nemro gets a hold of it, he'll want revenge on anyone who dared to go to Fothra behind his back. There'll be bodies clogging the gutters for weeks.
Ugh.
What are you up to, Khalio? I wouldn't think you'd care what Nemro does.
I don't, but I thought you might.
I don't know. What should we do on this one? So we can delete the data and there won't be bodies.
You could always erase the extra data and scratch up the disk. Make it look like only the doctored recording miraculously survived the damage. So, we deliver Keeper's forgery without the real data. Nemro doesn't get his revenge spree. The risk is that Toffligen figures out you erased the good stuff.
We'll be stone cold. We're not taking chances.
Protect the lowlifes of Hutter.
Yeah, we don't care about lowlifes. We're too good for
I
them.
learned something about you on this mission. Now let's get that thing to Toffligen and see what happens.
Funny thing is that you also would get influence gain with Khalio. You saw the line, it said Khalio approves. That means we gained influence with her. But if you did the one where it'll be fun, you can also get influence with Khalio. So, you know, you don't always have to make the dark side decision. Shoot him. Good boy. Good Jax. Good Jax. Just run in and smoke these fools. Suppressive fire. Stomping noobs since the beginning of this game. Okay, gonna thaw him out. He looks strangely like Han Solo, even though once we get him out, he doesn't look anything like Han Solo. Like, I don't even know if that was actually the guy who was in that carbonite.
What's going on? Who are you? Why can't I see anything? If you're one of Father's
Hibernation
goons, I swear
sickness.
Shut up before Fathra's guards shut us both up.
Last
I kind of don't want to have that influence loss, or I don't know if that was the proper response for that. Let's see what other response we can get that maybe is a little bit more stone cold. We'll skip this because we don't want to watch that whole thing.
Who are you? Why can't I see anything? If you're one of Father's goons, I swear I'll...
I'm here to get you out of this.
Get away from me.
She's not going to like for any of this, is she?
If only
Oh
I
well.
could see. Can someone turn on a light?
Do exactly what I say, or you're dead.
Okay, that's sufficiently cold.
Forget it. Sorry. Thank you for getting me out of there. Just wasn't sure I could trust you. Look, I came in here to find a stash Father said to be hiding.
The mob is back in the background of the conversation, just standing there while we talk to this guy.
As for me,
Ooh, a stash.
I'll call Burnock. Think I'll be safe waiting here for him to help me out. Burnock may not look like much, but he's dependable to a fault. Besides, you seem to have cleared the place well enough. Thanks again. Maybe I'll see you back in Jaguna at Old Nemro's.
Alright, yay, we rescued a guy from Carbonite, and we're immediately fighting. Why? Why is a black screen? Thank you. I mean, I think our friend Khalio had that well in hand, but it's a weird pose for someone in Carbonite. Yay, level 13. Alright, so let's, oh wait, do we have to recover this stash? Stash, okay, it's over here. That's not too bad. So we'll recover the stash and then head back to Nemro. Or I suppose to Toffligen, because that's who we're talking to. Dooby-dooby-doo, running through the pound. Agent Jackson Cleo running through the forest. I guess it's not the forest, it's Father's Palace, but, you know. Oodalali, golly, what a day. We're just so good. Ooh. He's named. Will this be a challenge for the great Jax Flowers? Probably not, but let's see. Explosive probe and snipe, 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 rifle shot, takedown. And a rifle shot to finish it off. What did you got? What you got? Blech. We don't want that. We don't want no Republic flag. Nice. Alright, so let's zip back on over to Burnock. I guess that's his name, Burnock. And get our reward for this mission. Like, we'll just take the quick travel and then immediately get in a speeder and fly the last few feet because we're too lazy to walk. We don't even care. We're too lazy. Too lazy to walk. Was that guy's name Bacon Grumpy Kitten? I think I missed that. For some reason I got Bacon Grumpy Kitten in my head. Maybe that's just my irrational attraction to kittens. Okay, he doesn't have anything for us.
These are your tools.
You should have had something for us. You failed. Bum bum bum. Jump, jump, jump. Burnock, my bud. My buddy.
Well, 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 look who's here. You're the one that saved my buddy Oren.
Yeah, no crap.
Without
What have you got for me?
And still be hanging in Father's trophy room. He's got a few scrapes, but
I think he's got more than that. He's got hibernation sickness, dude.
The galaxy can use another Jedi-killing bounty hunter.
Ooh, so he's a Jedi killer. Ooh, I'm glad I saved him.
And I'll tell you what. Once Oren's sight is all back, we'll buy you a drink. A couple of drinks.
Imperial agents don't drink on the job. What are you trying to do? Intoxicate me? Looks like we got a vibroblade. That's nice. That's good. Vibroblades are always nice. Still have to run. I don't want to walk. Why can't you pull around a droid and I'll just ride on the droid? Or get me a pair of those rocket boots. Influence rank has increased to 2. That's nice. It's good to hear. Good to hear. Lots of people standing around out here for some reason. Wow, I usually don't see Nemro's Palace this full up. Like, there's a lot of people in here, actually. I guess maybe because when I first played, I didn't play on a lot of, like, big servers, so, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of people. But they, a while ago, they merged a bunch of servers together, did a huge server merger, so the population's kind of skyrocketed. Tathajan!
The Red Blade claims to have something to show you.
Claim? I have it. I don't claim it. Watch it, Tathajan. It's my... Only I can be sassy to Kaleo.
I stole these recordings from Fathra's palace. Take a look.
Yeah, take a look. It's all right there, buddy. Yeah, good for you. And the big man himself.
You'll need help to stay competitive. But the Republic does have enemies.
Wink, wink.
Might be useful.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Generous payments. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
I don't need a hut's gratitude.
That's right. Fine. Gone. Yes. Revenge. Vengeance. Vengeance. Well, guys, we're coming up to past 20 minutes, so we're going to call this video here, and when we come back, we will Sprecha de Keeper and finish up these missions on Hubbard. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Angel of Mercy, out.